Mr. Michaelides?
Oh, John, just about to phone somebody.
Don't give me a hard time. All right, sweetheart. All right.
Tony Michaelides handles the regional press, radio and television promotion for all Factory's bands. It's his job to get Happy Monday's TV appearances, stories in the press and interviews on radio. It's a special kind of game that some bands are willing to play, but not, apparently, Happy Mondays. They forgot to turn up for their last radio interview. Neither Mr. Michaelides nor the radio station was amused.
OK, well, I do think first we should probably get to grips with the fact that you're not a very happy man, I hear through the grapevine.
Well, no, we've got a problem with, you know...
Well, you must work for groups like this.
An attitude problem. I mean, I know, well, what works for the press doesn't always work for radio. And, you know, I mean, there's a certain problem of getting these people to interviews on times, in view of the fact that we failed to make our local radio interview.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know you're upset about the fact that they don't make that and that they missed a gig in Newcastle. I mean, I like it. I can't explain that to you.
Happy Mondays are a difficult band to work with. In my initial discussions with the band to manage them, several colleagues tried to advise me that they would be a far too difficult band to handle and that nobody could. Personally, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I think my experience gives me the necessary resources to be able to say, right, well, I mean, that's a difficult situation, I can take that. I mean, you just have to be able to roll with the punches in some of those situations.
Up on camera.
Hi, Nathan.
You
all right?
sir?
How are you? Hi, fellas. You all right? Finishing the make pies. Do you want to, can you give David a ring? Go and chat again. Hi, Dave.
All right, Sam.
You all right?
Cheers.
Well, listen, I've got your White Label album, right? No one's got it yet, but for the sake of the interview, it's not out till November.
What do you want us to play off it?
Well, I mean, whatever the lads want. I mean, whatever fits in with the interview. I mean, when you've played it for the interview, just hang on to it, because we don't want anything going out until the middle of November. This is Sean and Bez, David Dunn.
Right, Sean.
All right.
And this is Nathan, who manages the guys.
How do you do, Dave?
You don't mind if we sit in on it, do you?
Nah. Do you want to grab a chair behind the brown and the green?
Music.
Key 103.
It's Wednesday, 19th of October. It Talks on Key 103, and we're speaking to Bez and Sean from Happy Mondays. Afternoon, lads.
Hi.
First of all, I want to ask you, why has there been such a long gap since the last LP?
I don't know.
Is it something that comes easy to you, going into studios and making these things?
Yeah, all the album was written ages ago. It was written a long time ago. Just took a bit to get together.
Why are you on Factory?
There's no one else wants us.
Great, so this is everything you've got for us to choose from?
Well, it's a case of deciding which is going to be the single, which is going to be the album. And we reckon that that's probably the likely candidate for the single.
Happy Mondays like to keep things in the family. Paul Ryder, the bass player, and Sean, the singer, are brothers. Their father is the band's road manager, and the album sleeve for the new record has been designed by Matt and Pat Carroll, their cousins. The album sleeve uses 9 colours. It's a much brighter product than Factory's usual austere graphic style, but it suits the band. Factory paid Matt and Pat £2,000 to design the album sleeve, covers for CDs, singles, cassettes and posters.
Keith? What's the name of that cameraman you wanted to use?
Paul Otter?
Yeah.
From Newcastle?
Yeah. It's a guy called Paul Otter who's really good with low-level lighting.
Richard Heslop and Keith Joblin made the video for the band's last single. Now they're deciding what the new one should look like. A 3-minute pop promo can cost anything from £1,000 to £100,000. But Factory don't have the same budgets to play with as Warner Brothers or EMI, so they want originality and quality, but they want it cheap. The last film cost £3,000. For this one, the budget's gone up to £10,000.
Oh, man.
He specialises in he normally doesn't use lights, and he just pushes the film, gets some incredible effects. Just looks like it's lit really well. So just basically dancing, mayhem, singing, whatever happens.
All the kids getting on it?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Okay. We'll have one camera at the back, get Paul at the back, getting still good shots.
Ultimately, there is always problems around Christmas. We just
So
want to make sure everything's
So what would you
there.
do? Would you do 5,000? I mean, are you going to press as many albums as you need? Or as
6
many
months after Nathan McGough's meeting with Factory to discuss making a new album, the record is finished, the album sleeve has been designed, the video's been shot, and the band's been interviewed more times than they can remember. Now the company have to decide how many records to press. The decision's complicated because people don't just buy music on vinyl anymore. There are cassettes, compact discs, and now DATs, digital audio tapes. So how many of each to manufacture?
54, £5 each.
£5 each.
£5 for that.
Dropped to?
Dropped to.
Yeah, they were £7.
Large.
Vinnie's was £7.
I mean, the first ones were original. Yeah.
10, 12.
Yeah.
What's an ordinary cassette these days?
It's about 45 pence, isn't it? 30.
It depends. It goes on the length
Depends on
of
the size
time.
of the tape.
Length of time.
40p.
40p, as opposed to £5.50.
40p. And what we get in the vinyl 12-inch out?
33.
33.
And we're under £1 for CDs.
Under, yeah, 85p.
80, who's doing 85? Is that PDO?
PDO and Nimbus.
And Nimbus.
This is the Road to Heaven. That's the nightclub near Charing Cross Station where the band are holding the launch party for their new album. And after the party, they're playing at Dingwalls in North London. The record's in the shops and selling well, the reviews have been good, and a major American label is interested in releasing the record in the States. In all, Factory spent almost £50,000 on Happy Mondays. They have no doubts about the creative merit of the band. Now they have to wait and see what the public think.
Okay, so you've got about 50 tickets there as well.
Oh, then, yeah, that's
All right. Cheers. Nice to see you. Hiya, Jeff.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm trying to play Dingles all afternoon with the guest list.
It's engaged.
You can't get through it all. What's the fault there?
Is it done?
I'll put it on a bike.
All right.
All right.
A lot
What
of
extras are there? There's about 30.
Yeah, no. Well, there's 50 tickets on the door, so there'll be no problem for people who come down from Manchester anyway. Right.
They cross a lot of borders, essentially, like punk, house. I mean, but most importantly of all, they are totally original. I don't think anybody has seen anything like them for a long time.
Yeah, I think Factory's the best independent label in the country because it's got self-respect and it does things properly. I think Happy Mondays are the few. Factory is probably the only label band like Happy Mondays could be on.
You like Happy Mondays?
Yeah, I love them.
Why?
I think they're anarchists. They're the most exciting band since 1976.